Oh, it kills me, boys and girls. I did my oil change today, lost all that footage. Let me just show you here real quick. Fixed it. The oil filter is right there. 5.7 liters to change it out, and I noticed a couple other leaks in there. I lost all that footage of showing you guys that. The brake line that connects to this flex line that goes over to the other side, right where it connects to the flex line, that's where it actually rotted. That's where it's bad. So I'm thinking that there's enough hose there or line there, brake line there, there might be enough flex. If I cut that off, flare it out, I might be able to just reconnect it to the new flex line. I think I said it before, where this line here, I crimped this one off because it was leaking right there. This one here I crimped off. As a matter of fact, I didn't need to. If I could uncrimp that, if I could uncrimp that, I probably would. But because these are the original lines, and I kind of like that. It's got like this spring over top of it. I mean, I don't know, good thing, bad thing, whatever. So yeah, that's a sin. But anyway, so now I have to replace those. This thing right here, I noticed that when I pulled this apart here, this was wet. There's actually moisture in here. You guys saw in the video where the green wire here was puffy as heck. That wire was puffy as heck. The red wire too, as a matter of fact. Actually, both of these were corroded. What I ended up doing was I took this whole thing off, brought it inside the house. Actually, I unplugged this. The red wire was just as corroded as the green wire, only it hadn't broken off yet. But what did happen was the pins inside here corroded clean off. The funny thing is, though, is when I took this whole thing apart, all I had to do was I just took some sandpaper and I rubbed it all to get it back down to copper. I dielectric this entire thing. This whole thing is full of dielectric grease. And there's enough metal on these pins that when I push this thing back in with the pins that I got from the hardware store, which are just the smaller round ones, actually, they just happen to fit in here fine. And then I put my light in it, and sure enough, light goes out, light comes on, light goes out. So that's real sweet. You don't see that on anything anymore, so I was really happy to get that done. Also, in the video, I started to power wash the vehicle, and you guys can see on that line where I stopped. The power washer is powerful enough. You can see where it's kind of spotty. You can actually, I can see that better on the camera than I can in real life. You can see where it's actually spotty, but you can see where it did this. I think this might be the self-etching stuff, and I think this is what started the whole process. You can see it here, you can see it all along here, you can see a little bit up here, you got a little bit of it right here, you've got it all down here, and I didn't get all of it, but this makes it way easier for me to prep this. Also, with that being said, got back here, that's the color she's going to be. That's the original color. I did find the code. My buddy actually sent me I can't remember what it is now. Maybe I'll put it in the description, the paint code for this. And yeah, so I was really stoked about that. So yeah, the fact that I can get most of this paint off, that door already looks way better. It's blotchy or whatever, and I still have to get that section right there you guys can see. But unfortunately, I'm sorry. I did want to show you guys the video of me changing the oil on this, but I lost all that footage. I hate losing footage like that. Not like it was fantastic footage. It was just me changing the oil. I'll tell you right now, it's a 13 mil socket or wrench you're going to need for the drain plug. That's easy enough. I did have to get a set of clamps to help me turn that thing. It wasn't on there super tight, but it was just tight enough and just enough oil on there that my hand was slipping on it and I couldn't quite turn it. As soon as I got the wrench on it and I turned it, it turned real easy. So I know that wasn't over torqued, and it was a Motorcraft filter. So the last time this oil was done, they did it, I didn't. So now it's got that Fram filter on there, which I showed you guys earlier when I was doing the oil change. Yes, but when I showed you what I was going to do for the oil change. So that's the filter down there. She is sitting a little bit high on the oil, just a little high, because I anticipated to take a little bit more for that filter. That's not going to hurt it. The other thing I did was I added this stuff here. What I most wanted out of this was make water burn, ethanol formulated. The K100 S Plus for all 2 and 4 cylinder engines. This stuff I swear by this stuff. I do love it. It works great. 2-year fuel stabilizer. I wouldn't use this as a fuel stabilizer personally, but like for 2 years or whatever. But considering the fuel in this, by the way, I bought this truck in June of 2020, so it's not 4 years. It's not even 3 years yet. It just feels like that. It feels like this thing's been gone for 6 years. Anyway, at half a tank, I dumped this in, and I went to, I got my two 20-liter jerry cans, and I filled those up. And it took exactly 40 liters to fill this thing up. I was actually like filling, and I was doing this because it was so full. But I got a full tank out of it. So half tank to full tank brings up the octane in this. I started the truck, it was running blue, then it ran black, and then I let this thing get hot. And once it got hot, that cleared up. So fantastic. I actually just noticed these lines don't match. Is that because that's a flat tire and it's twisted? I never noticed that before. I'm noticing it now. Whatever, we'll figure that one when time comes to it. I don't think the Crossman, it's probably because that tire's flat and this thing's flexed over. That's most likely what it is. Yeah, I can't wait. And also I noticed, I might as well show you guys that now. That spring right there is broken. So it's the second ring. You can see how it's kind of sticking out right here more than the other ones. So this one's kind of turned a little bit, and right there. So this one right here is broken right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. See that? So that second one is broken. These guys, they did put an extra spring in here. I've never done springs, and I have no idea what it's going to cost me to have that spring replaced. But I do want to get that spring replaced, obviously. And I noticed that actually when I was down at that, I went on my lost footage. I was showing you guys underneath the truck here, and I looked down and I actually saw that thing sticking out. So I looked at it afterwards. I didn't record that from this end, but yeah, it sucks that I lost that footage anyway. So yeah, changing the oil, I didn't have any problems with it whatsoever. The truck runs absolutely fantastic. This filter's a little dirty, so I probably will take it off, give it a bath, give it a fresh coat of oil, do that. I wouldn't mind actually washing this whole engine bay. It looks pretty dusty and dirty. That battery, like I said, is confirmed dead. So my buddy walked over. The posts are in the wrong side. They're on this side. They're supposed to be on that side. This thing says 80%. He hasn't charged this thing in a year. I don't know the date on this battery, but it's got up to 14.4 volts, which is pretty good. I just like to see it get up to higher. So I'm gonna move it off the concrete here, move it over there to the table, and check this thing here. It's only at 1.6 volts, so it's down there. But I might try that battery and see what happens with it. Sorry for that jump cut there. I was just putting some warmer clothes on. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see the paint coming off. Like you guys can see where I started washing this back part here. They had the box off when they painted the back, so it's all vinyl back there too. So I'll probably have to do the same thing when I paint. I'll lift the box. The box isn't on here properly anyway. It's completely wrong how this box is on. So either way, the box has got to come off. I have new carriage or speed bolts that are for the actual ones that you need for this. But this plate right here has to be welded back in before I can do that. And I'm not going to cut the floor out. I'm literally welding that right over top of the floor just to give it structure. So I got to get that garbage off. And yeah, so that's what it is anyway. I'm really stoked to see that light up there when I'm working out here at night. You know, it's funny just having that one little light up there, how much that helps, you know. It's kind of retarded how the newer cars, a lot of people don't end up under the hoods of their cars very much. But these older trucks, for some reason, you always were. You got to love the old coffee can. Not even sure exactly what this is for. I remember when I was a kid, somebody told me what this was for. And I don't remember what it is. I got to remember if that's for part of the heater. I honestly don't remember what this is. I don't remember. Do you guys know what this is? Because I'm having an absolute total brain fart. The coffee can under your hood. You could literally remove this and put a Folgers can in place of it. I can't remember what the heck this thing's for. Not for the life of me. I could Google it, but what's the point? Try to get comments going, right? If I don't reply to you guys right away, it's because for some reason, I'm not getting notifications of them, of messages and stuff. I get notifications when people subscribe. I'm not getting a whole lot of notification for that because people aren't subscribed to my channel. I have had a few, which every single one of you guys I appreciate. I notice I'm up to like 1,700 right now. That's crazy to me. Like I'm actually 1,700 subscribers. Thanks to every single one of you guys subscribed to me. That belt still looks like new. That's incredible. Look at that belt. Nice. Oh, that thing looks new, man. Awesome. That's a serpentine belt. That's a serpentine belt, and that's a clutch fan too. I believe this is a clutch fan. Yep. Right. Can you? You see that? Yeah, you can. Clutch fan. Those are nice until the clutches seize up on them. So, yeah, just checking everything out on her. So like I said, I had a mouse in my glove box, and I didn't need any insulation, obviously, and I'm just looking for anything that they might have eaten. I love how that insulation right there is kind of melted. It looks like. Oh, look, there's the transmission dipstick right there. Oh, right there. I should probably check that. But yeah, so that's her, guys. Sorry I couldn't show you guys changing the oil. That's it. I'm done. This is a long enough video. You guys, more and more videos coming for this truck, obviously, and it is what it is. Thanks a lot for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, blah blah blah. Look in the description below for lumens. They were in this truck before any other vehicle, and that's how I found out about them. Lumens.com, Lumens HID, Lumens HPL. Use lowercase Seagull 2023 for 15% off at discount or at checkout. Kind of pricey, guys, but I really like their product, and I think it's well worth it. And I think if you guys try them, you'll be super happy with them. All right. With that being said, thanks a lot for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.